that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of Platinum Explosion, the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanas. Special warm welcome back. Thomas, you're here!
Yay, it's me again!
Which means we're probably going to do lots of trophy talk this week, guys. I'm sure you've
Yes,
got
we are.
PSN profiles open. I'm sure there's lots of crazy shit happening.
When I mentioned before that my tabs weren't working, I couldn't expand everybody's trophy tabs. For some reason, Safari was being weird, but we've got it now, so it's fine.
So tune in. And here, who doesn't really give any fucks about him, Ciaran.
Dylan, I'd like to say your opening, can you redo that, please? It wasn't quite as theatrical as I like it and our audience likes it.
Fuck off. We did 2 weeks of a story of you killing me and me coming back to life. We can't do mini fucking TV show.
This is our season
stories
arc, okay? This is
Oh,
our
sorry.
season
Well, what was
arc.
supposed to happen this episode?
Well, you didn't consult me. I have this whole plan. Like,
Oh, sorry.
it's-
Well,
we gotta, Jeez.
you can let me know. We'll actually just do this as a separate YouTube series.
I was about to say you can record that separately and just release
We can do it
on
as a
the
completely
RSS
separate
feed
series.
if you want.
It's the only reason I come onto this show. Like, fuck.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
You gotta
I didn't
keep, like, the
realise this.
subplots going, Dylan.
I come
Oh.
onto this show to talk about PlayStation with friends of mine.
Oh, burns. Sick
You don't come on
burn.
this show very often, then, do you?
Well, I was actually hoping that would be a good segue into something PlayStation related, but you could take it
No,
as
it
a
hasn't.
sick burn if you want.
Well, I mean, not really, but let's just jump into the first story. First story is PlayStation Firmware 5.0, details leaked, Eurogamer found them in a trash can somewhere or other, and the details have been running all over the internet all week. Now, I wasn't really going to talk about it because, A, it's a leaked thing. I don't particularly like talking about leaked things all that much. But B, it's reliable, it's probably going to be happening soon, and if they've got leaked stuff, it means 5.0 will be coming out soon. Now, 5.0 is probably a big deal. You'd think so. However,
You would expect.
the only outlining details that got leaked was one feature, which is going to allow us to follow whoever we want. So you can follow any friend now. You won't. At the moment, the only people you can follow on PlayStation are like confirmed people, like quote unquote celebrity or games media developers.
Like a Twitter verified equivalent.
Basically, yeah. So you're going to be able to do that for everyone now. If you don't want people following you, you can turn that off and you can block people and all sorts of things like that. I mean, I think the feature's cool. It's fine. It helps if you want to sneakily follow people, but they're like, I don't really like having friend requests from people who I don't know IRL, but feel free to follow me. It's a nifty little feature. However, everyone on the internet this week, I saw Twitter and everywhere else forums, everyone's like, oh, is that it? My automatic response is like, of course it's not. It can't be, because that would be so... 5.0, guys! Big firmware!
Well,
One feature.
do you think the Twitch stuff is a big feature? The
Not
whole
really.
60 frames, 1080?
No. I reckon they would have chucked that out as any old feature. It's just like...
Because that's
just
not
like-
for everybody, though. Like, that's not a whole total fan, like, user.
And it's only a pro feature.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So...
Get a pro.
What if that is primary feature and it's a bit of a finger in the face of those of you who don't have pros?
Well, I mean, it's not a finger in the face if the fact is that, like, the Pro's the only console that can do it, so...
Yeah, but
makes sense.
is that everybody's issue of it's going to split the user base, blah 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 blah? Or is this the first
Twitch
step in the direction?
60 frames a second 1080p streaming is not going to split a user base of all the features.
Oh, but
everything.
I suspect people will whinge about it, but
People will find anything to whinge about. So with 5.0 coming out, presumably, I'd guess in the next couple of weeks, Sony usually just kind of goes, it's coming out tomorrow, and it's out soon. And if details are leaking, I'd guess it could come out this week, could come out next week. I'd expect it sometime soon. 5.0, big update. Dream thing that you think would be added to it if you've got like a big call for something. And I mean, like, if you're going to say PSN name change, just think of something else, or don't say it at all.
We're getting
and
there
then
to
not,
5.0,
Don't
it's
do it
fine.
to us, you know?
and then something you'd like to be added to it that's like seemingly like more realistic. Ciaran, what do you got?
You can, alright, go to Twitter at your boy Ringo and fight me, because the Xbox dashboard is superior in every way.
So fucking awful.
It's so much better. Fucking
Makes
Which-
absolutely no sense.
I still haven't updated my Xbox. Is the new update because everyone
like
online was like, "It's terrible. It's terrible." it's terrible.
I'm a massive.
But
I'm a fanboy for that dashboard. I prefer it.
Well, from screenshots, I looked at it and went, I like this. It looks easy to understand. Because currently, the last Xbox, every time I could not understand it. I'm so used to my PlayStation just scrolling across the XMB. On my Xbox, I have no idea how to get to fucking...
That's my opposite
I tried to
problem.
find achievements. I get lost.
That's my opposite problem. Was like I turn on my PlayStation, which I do more now because of this network, and I always feel like the UI is just clunky as fuck. I'm like,
It's easy, though. You just know where everything is.
Right, this is my
Everything's right
example.
there. What's so...
And this
It's
is
right in
what
front
I
of
want.
you.
This is what I want because Tom, you experienced this with me on freaking Saturday at 3 p.m. The
Did I?
effort it took for us to explain to our colleagues at the Explosion Network how to join our game of That's You was fucking exasperating.
Is
No,
that
I
not just
think-
the game's problem?
No, I
No,
think
that was not
Jack.
the game's problem. That was not the game's problem whatsoever because we had to repeat it and explain it like 3 times.
So it wasn't
Because-
just Jack.
No, if you listen back to that, I think you'll find it as Jack bitching about something or other, yelling at Jono spilt a beer, and he was clearly
No,
not listening
but,
to
like,
us tell him how to do it.
To explain how to get into my game, because I tried to send him an invite.
There's a
and I
little no. There's a
physically
little.
couldn't
Your
do it.
name appears underneath the
Yeah,
title of the
but
game,
I
and you go
physically couldn't
join
do it.
session, and
I
that's it.
physically was looking everywhere for invite Jack to game, and I could not find that button.
No, because he
Like,
said he's supposed to join you.
But
So this is the feature you want? What do you
I
want? Do you
want
want
it
a
so it's
UI
more
update or?
streamlined to find users. Like I love it how my Xbox pops that like you've got it kind of like they've updated it so like that wee little menu pops up to one side, like on the left when you hit the dashboard button, it doesn't completely eject you to shit.
Yeah.
I want that, but
Yeah,
better
just
on
hold
PlayStation.
down the PlayStation.
You hold
button.
it down, but it's still clunky as fuck. I don't know. I'm just biased as shit, which is
Look.
my problem.
Why are you even here?
I do love Sony. I just think they could do a better job.
Look, I hate the. I haven't looked at the new Xbox update. Probably should just download it after and have a look at it.
I don't own
Just
an Xbox.
for the sake of it. But I get so fucking lost in that thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's so confusing to me. However, since you brought me here, my Dream 5.0 update is a UI update. Not because I have any problems with the current one, but simply because I would just it's been a few years and I wouldn't mind just having something a bit new. Like that is literally all I want.
That's my only problem with Xbox. Xbox updates those fucking UIs like a new pair of shoes.
They do,
I think-
and they used to do it even in the 360 days, and I would dream of PS3 one day being like, oh, we've updated the thing. It never happened in the entirety of the PS3's lifestyle, of course. We always got stuck with the shitty running PS3, XMB, whatever the PS... My God, I was playing my PS3 today. What a fucking console. It's not terrible, but it is hard to go back, I tell you guys. But I would just like a UI update simply for the just for the eye factor, just to be like, this is new, this is exciting, it looks cool. And Xbox has always done it since the 360 and stuff like that, and I was always kind of jealous of it. Like and a lot of times I know people would complain and be like, oh, they made the UI worse, or it's like harder to find this and harder to find that and whatever else. But I was still like, it's fun. Like they like keeping it fresh. I wouldn't mind if Sony put a little bit more effort into keeping their design up, like just newer or something like that.
Random question for you two, because I don't know this, and I need to know this on my own. Can you move where the icons are on that goddamn UI?
Nope.
No, you can't? Okay, do that for me. I am so sick of scrolling all the way to the end to get to the games collection.
Folders.
No, but you can. I'm pretty sure you can get to your collection before then, can't you? Yeah,
I
you
always
can,
have
need
to
to-
scroll all the way to one side.
no,
You have
you
to
can,
scroll all the way to the right.
You can get to your library from somewhere else a lot quicker than that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Teach me. Teach
I'm-
me, senpai.
I'm like
'Cause
90-something% sure. If you
I
remind
don't
me,
buy
I'll find it.
physical
and tell you.
games. I don't buy physical games, so I have so much shit to scroll through.
Yeah.
Well,
Tom.
why don't you just play a game, finish the game, delete the game, move on to the next one, and then it's always the first thing off. It's like first cab off the rank. It's always right there. Yeah, Diablo's right up there for me all the time.
Of course
it is. Of course it fucking is. Thank you, Dylan.
That's what I'm doing.
Tom, what is your dream 5.0? What do you want?
So I've got 3 things.
Holy shit. Me and Ciaran are basically just like, update the UI for different reasons.
Just fucking...
So
All right, lead us on a story.
I might have actually heard this mentioned on Beyond recently.
Beyond.
You don't do it when you actually say Beyond, but that's fine. Okay. So
I think you do.
I think you
you
do.
don't. It's when somebody
We've
says...
already learnt you're wrong today.
When somebody says Beyond out of context, you
Beyond.
say Beyond, not when you mention the name of
We
the show.
always say Beyond. You always do it.
No, it's definitely not.
Continue, just continue.
So the store has always had a because you bought or recommended for you, and it's always fucking terrible.
Terrible.
And it seems like... It probably doesn't happen, but it seems like just the newest game or a publisher has paid to be on that recommended list, which really is extremely unhelpful, and sort of speaks to a bigger point that somebody I was listening to mentioned about being able to highlight particular games and be able to just buy them quickly. At the moment, you've got to do that fucking stupid search. You've got to go and buy it. You've got a next step. You've got a next step. Like if I saw underneath like the the Unfinished Swan. Underneath the Unfinished Swan, because that's on my media bar, it goes, oh, new game from them is blah. Do you want to buy it? Yes. Bing. Downloads. That'd be fucking cool. Or a because you played actually being similar titles, or that being some kind of curated list of stuff, that would be fucking cool. Go on.
I agree.
On the point of
no,
the store,
I agree.
I agree
it's
totally.
Fine.
I do hate how on PlayStation the store feels like you're loading something completely different from the UI.
That's because you're loading something completely different than the UI.
No, but you don't have to be. Like, you can literally... Like, the store on Xbox is part of the goddamn UI, and it's so easy to get to shit.
Yeah, but Microsoft are developers. Sony are like hardware manufacturers. They're making up this software shit as they go along.
I don't
That's not an
complain about the
excuse.
PlayStation store. Do you remember the original PS3 store? Did you have an early PS3, Ciaran?
No.
Okay, you have no fucking idea. You have no idea what I went through.
It was the world's worst in-browser
It was an
experience.
internet browser.
I didn't have $10 million to buy an original PlayStation.
Neither did I.
So point number 2 is an extremely minor point, but I watch like MP4s reasonably often from a flash drive, and you have to put it inside a folder. It doesn't matter what the fucking folder's called. It just has to be in a folder. That's annoying. I would like that to go away. And the thing that I actually thought about it earlier this week, there's that news Xbox talking about expanding the achievement system to show better what how people actually play games and what they're doing. And it made me think I would really like even just alongside the trophy list, how much time you've spent in that game, or how long that.
Do you know
that app
what
has been
Xbox
open
achievements look like? Have you ever seen like what the Xbox achievements do? All of the games,
the animation
that'll say it'll track like it. The one feature I wish trophies had, and I don't know why they don't have them, that Microsoft achievements have. It's like, I play Ori and the Blind Forest on my Xbox. I look at the achievements, and it's like...
It takes you 10 minutes to find the
You need to kill... It takes me 10 minutes to find it, but I find it. It's like, kill 100 of this enemy, and it'll say like 79/100 or something.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, complete this many things, and it'll tell me how much I've done. I'm like, why isn't that a thing?
Be that hard.
Fuck, like, honestly, no,
these are Sony hardware guys. This is whole software thing.
I mean, I love trophies, but I mean, I love them to a point where I hope they just rip off some things Microsoft has to make them better. So.
You know what's also really satisfying?
I would be happy with that too.
What's really satisfying about achievements as well isn't the gamer score, because it's a dumb number that I don't.
Gamer score's stupid.
I'd much rather leveling up.
Leveling up's probably a better thing, but it's so satisfying, and it's happening all the time in Life is Strange, because nobody in that game, or very minimal people in that game, actually get all the photos on Xbox apparently. But when you get a rare achievement that only like under 10% have, it has like a special sound effect and a special notification that pops up and shows you like a little diamond, and it's all.
What
like,
if a platinum trophy had its own trophy noise?
Exactly. How it's so satisfying just to hear that noise. And you're
Oh,
like,
you're making me wet, Thomas.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, I could
Give
play
it a
that
noise.
outside. I could play it outside of games to you every now and again. Just send it. In
If they
Facebook
change-
Messenger,
if they
and it goes,
change the
"Ring," and you
noise-
just get a hard on.
If Platinums had their own special noise, I'd have to redo the intro song to this podcast.
And that is a sacrifice I
I'm
am
willing
willing
to
to
make.
make.
it would be. It would also be Dylan's message tone on his phone.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
like-
much.
No, but that's the thing. It's something that just, even though it's something really small and not a big deal, it just makes you feel accomplished. It makes you
Yeah.
feel good about what you did. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. Does anyone have any like random, like haymaker? Probably won't ever happen, but other than name change, because I'm kind of just like that doesn't need to be talked about.
Because it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. No, we can move on then.
No, I would agree with.
got
I
one?
was just thinking about like your friends list and stuff like that. You go into friends and you want to see friends, but instead you're met with 5 options for things to look at. Like you have to go friends and then the friends list versus
Online,
the people
all that.
you've met and blah blah blah. They
Yeah.
they should be like secondary, and just looking at your friends should be the primary thing that you see. And that's kind of everywhere throughout the UI. So yeah. Agree
I
with
wish you
on
could
that point.
star friends, like favorite people, so they appear up the top.
You mean
of our
like the
points.
function on Xbox? Your favorite people?
No, a different one.
It's funny. Even Switch has a feature to like favorite.
Because your favorite your friends, and you only get notifications when they come on.
From them,
not
yeah.
your
So I
whole
wish you
fucking
could
friends
have
list.
stuff like that. And then, like, kind of like if you like favorite people on Facebook, their stuff will show up first on your newsfeed.
Yeah.
So then, like, your favorite people could show up at the top of the What's New feed. Because I actually look through that. I know most people probably don't, but I actually look through that crap.
I open it and get rid of all the notifications and then go out. But
I'll
I don't
scroll
often
through
have
it.
many notifications.
I usually go through it on my phone, like through the PlayStation app at work or something like that. Just scroll through, see what
Yeah.
people have been up to, what trophies they've been popping, just spying what everyone's doing.
Tell you
check it
what.
up on what's happening.
I'm interested to find out what the big update to the app is, because there's supposed to be a big app update alongside.
The app is clunky as fuck as well.
Supposed to be a good update with it alongside 5.0. So
They should put the Messenger app just in the one fucking app.
Together,
I don't need a PlayStation messaging app and a PlayStation app. And make the store just part of the app, not open up a browser.
and an app browser. Yeah.
Please do that, thank you. Because then, yeah,
Well, that's
Well,
it's the same issue as them being technically competent to have
you
it
can't use
inside
that as
the,
a goddamn excuse.
No, it's the same
terrible.
issue as them having it inside the UI of
Yeah,
the
it's the
PS4.
exact same issue.
Yeah,
Except for they should just. It's not as. You wouldn't think it would be as complicated on mobile to fix. Because most apps. Just hire someone else to fix it, surely.
I could go into
I'm sure you could, but
technical.
I don't know what you know about
technical
app
limitations
building,
and
but
solutions.
personally,
personally.
I know
feel like
nothing. I only do it 5 days a week.
Well, tell me, would it be easier or not on mobile compared to the console? Surely you don't know anything
So-
about the like. You don't
Let's
make
dive into
PS4
apps.
games.
I don't know about the console, but what I would. There's.
I never said it would be easier. I said it would be easier than the console fix.
I would assume it's the same fix. Like,
Oh, really?
they don't have APIs to suit opening that stuff in the native apps that they're building.
So just start the whole app again then, if they had to fix it.
just scrap it.
No, well, they would need to scrap it and start again.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing about before they go back to that. That's their excuse for not being able to let you change your username. It's because the original infrastructure for the system uses
Wasn't
your
built,
username as your account identifier.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is terrible.
Which
It should have been like random numbers or whatever the hell. most
Yeah,
places
it
are.
should just be
It should
random
be-
numbers, not your name.
yeah, it should be a GUID.
Yeah. So-
Yeah, but I think that, in the exact same way that you can't change your names, there's like technical decisions that were made 15 years ago. It's
But
just
but the
fucked.
mobile app
It's
is
obviously
a fuck up that they shouldn't have made because they only made that a couple of years ago.
no.
when
So
PS4 came out.
the mobile app is going to be talking to the same like database for the store, and it's talking to the same content. And if it can't talk to it properly,
Fuck me,
See
Sony.
what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, that was the part I
PS3
didn't understand.
Sony screwing everything over. It's just
Eh,
like
yeah,
PS3 Sony was like, yeah, that's PS4 Sony's problem.
just no technical foresight. I imagine they probably built it at a time where, well, they built. Did the
feel like you're
PS3
making
come out before
excuses
the
for
iPhone?
It'd be very close.
It's very
so-
it's very close. So
very close.
they didn't even know that smartphones would
were a thing,
exist
yeah.
or be as ubiquitous as they are when they made this stuff.
I mean, I don't blame them. Like I understand the issue. I feel like they made a dumb mistake, but I'm never like, oh, the name change thing should be easy to fix. I understand it's not easy to fix. That's why I don't really talk about it. Like I understand the
Also,
issue
why
enough,
would you want to change your
so-
name? Why didn't you just
Well,
pick
that's
a
another
good
thing.
one?
You just don't fuck it up the first time.
Yeah,
Fucking
idiots.
idiots. All right, let's start moving on to some other stories. Stuff want to run through. Two stories real quickly. I just want to make note of. Hashtag Explosion Network loves it. Story of the week is Friday the 13th removes team killing. Fucking high five, Ciaran. We can
High
go stream that
five! We
fucking
did it.
game.
It's not done yet, but we were wanting it to happen the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't
Tom-
played Friday the 13th, you should. It's a lot of fun.
It's also coming
quite
out to
buggy.
retail.
It's coming out retail, which is another thing, and the story mode will come eventually. But recently, the game has
Will
had
it?
a lot of issues where you could play it. You'd be playing online, and someone would be Jason, and they'll have a friend as a normal person, and they would just team up and run around and kill everyone. And it's just not fun at all. However, team killing is still allowed in private matches, which makes sense because the developer said they wanted team killing to be part of the game, except for everyone's just kind of not making it fun.
Excellent. That means Nick's vendetta against me can continue on stream.
Why would somebody want to like be a counselor killing other counselors?
I think it's so you help each other, other level up your Jason better.
Oh, is it like?
Because
Yeah, I was going to say, is it some kind of
Cause-
boosting thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd get
Or just to be a
XP.
dickhead.
Or just to be a dick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or just to be a dick.
I guess.
Especially when you board yourself up in a house and you set
You're
everything
with
perfect,
someone.
You lock yourself in. You're like, awesome. I have a friend, and then they just start going to town on you with a baseball bat, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean,
What?
it was fine. It's fine. Like, I understood that they wanted it to be in the game to be like, to add like a sense of realism that like someone could go a bit insane and like turn on you or something. But it's not people doing that. It is people teaming up with the person who's playing as Jason and just, that's not fun. That doesn't make it fair. If the only people team killing were the people like just randomly playing by itself and they were team killing properly, the way the developers intended it to be played,
or
I'd be like,
accidentally.
It's not even
Sure.
intended though, because you lose 1,000 XP if you kill a teammate.
yeah, but it's
Like,
a decision they
you
can
lose
make.
1,000 XP, just
Yeah.
gone. See you later. I once shot Nick in the face with a shotgun for no reason.
Do you like level down then?
I don't know. I've never done it. All I've ever done is lost the XP I would have earned from that game.
Yeah, from that match.
But
okay.
I would be really curious to see if you just like lost the negative 1,000 XP and then didn't do anything else.
Level negative 99.
Like, would you just fucking everything? Just you've gone down a level. See ya. You're
I
like,
wouldn't be
"Oh."
surprised if they set up a trophy for level negative 99 with the fucking list that
I'll
they've
always
That list for that, the trophies for that game are fucking terrible.
There's one amazing trophy that makes up for it. The trophy that is entitled Windows 99
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
jumping through 99
99
closed
windows.
windows. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but play, 1,000 games as Jason and 1,000
Yeah,
games
that's
as Counselor?
hard.
That is a lot. Like, I understand they're like, this is an online game, you'll be playing it heaps. That is 2,000 games, ladies and gentlemen. At least, that is a lot. That's a lot expected from people.
And that's a lot when the chances of you being
Jason are small.
are ridiculously low.
Well,
I've played 5,559 games as counselors. I'm on to my 99th game as Jason.
I did see somewhere in a trophy guide that you can change your preferences to get
Preferences,
Jason more
yeah.
often,
It doesn't
but-
guarantee, though.
Oh no,
It doesn't change
guarantee,
it
but-
when most of the player base's preference
Change their
is
preference.
Jason.
Yeah, that's fair. It just sort of it all
Evens
cancels each
itself
other
out.
out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's a bit
quickly just
stupid.
ruins the idea of it. You're like,
I feel like we're practically on episode 14 again, talking about.
Friday.
Talking
We
about
haven't
Friday
really,
the
It's
we
a
haven't,
fantastic game.
we
I
haven't
got-
really talked about that much. I just thought I'd bring it up because it is a news story relevant to the
What a
Explosion
great
Network.
game.
Because we have streamed a lot.
People buy
of
that game.
Friday the
We need to
13th.
stream more.
I'm disappointed I didn't buy it when
Still
it first
do it.
came
I
out.
want to do a community night. Next community night, so not this one coming, community night after.
You know what I'm going to promise you,
That's going to
Ciaran?
be Friday the 13th. Do it.
I'm going to
Not
promise
have it
you
by then.
that... No,
What was
not
that,
that I'll
Dylan?
have it, but then I've still got to pay my credit card off from Rarotonga. I promise you that when it's on special next, I will purchase it.
I wish you could, honestly, you know what? With that game, I've literally looked at... Can you gift games on PlayStation? No?
Maybe in
'Cause if you
5.0.
could- Yeah, maybe if they give it to you, let me gift it. Because I would gift that game to so many people. Because I'm just like, have
isn't
it
Steam.
so we can play private matches of full games. It's because you can still do all the trophies and everything in a private game.
Yeah.
So everything still counts. So
Every
Yeah.
trophy counts.
if you want me to spend more money,
We're not up
Sony,
to the end of the show yet, ladies and gentlemen. Keep tuned. We've still got more show to go. All right, so August 21st, we got Gamescom coming up. Big today or yesterday, I can't really remember. It was like late last night. EA announced that Battlefront 2 is going to be getting first gameplay reveal of Starfighter Assault there, which is the new space combat mode that basically every...
Space battle.
which looks to be, from the description, to be basically the mode that everyone wished had been in the first game. So it's going to have improved
I
combat,
thought that
superior
was a story
controls,
mode.
deeper customization. Battlefront 2 has a story mode, yes. Deeper customization and more of a role-based team play to the space battle combat. Now, I actually kind of enjoyed the space combat, and I think we've
Me
been over
too.
this before.
Me too.
In the original game. So, I mean, I'm excited for an improved space battle mode. However, I already quite enjoyed just playing the normal one. I know you didn't get many ships. I think there was like 2 per side, I think. And then you got like the Falcon and the Slave one and all that sort of stuff you could get. But, I mean, it was fun. The noises and the worlds, just like, and the final shoot. I was having a great time. But I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'm easily pleased.
the only thing
guess.
I actually like about the Federation is that, you know, the ships that could turn into walkers? They're
Yep.
the coolest. They're cool. I want to do those. I'll walk in space.
You want that? So, I'm excited for that. So if you missed that news story and you care about Star Wars, be sure to tune into Gamescom. I'm sure we'll actually talk about the gameplay when that comes up. But it's exciting because it's the first news story I've seen about Gamescom, and I kind of forgot that Gamescom was actually coming up to be a thing, to be honest.
Generally, Dylan doesn't really like talking about Star Wars or anything to do with it.
Yeah,
So
so
this is genuinely
If I
a
see
first.
Star Wars or Battlefront 2 news, I will be mentioning it at some point on this podcast, probably, especially because we're in August and we're going towards the end of the year, guys. Star Wars! All right, let's move on. Talking about space, No Man's Sky has got an update this week. Thomas is very excited for it, for the only person, really. So the thing is that they released a huge update. New
1.3.
story content, a co-op mode that isn't really a co-op mode, the co-op mode. Now this, I want to clarify in case anyone doesn't bother reading the news stories. The co-op mode they tease, this is how it works. You can see little floating orbs in the world, which are other players, and then using proximity chat, you are able to talk to them. But that is it. Everyone was writing all these news stories I saw online being like, co-op mode, and I'm like, it's not really. You can talk to like Peter Dinklage like fucking orbs in the sky. That's not really a thing.
But the chances of you being
That
on
was
the same
Destiny.
planet, the chances of you being on the same planet as somebody you know would be ridiculously low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
What is
nothing.
this game? This game honestly reels me back in with people going, "Oh, the new update's actually doing some good things with it," and then I hear something like this shit. What is this?
You're supposed to be
30
exploring
hours
space
of-
by yourself. It doesn't
Fuck
matter
space.
about the stupid blobby orbs. Just pay no attention.
Everyone wanted co-op in this game.
I didn't.
It would have
And
been amazing. How
I
the
didn't
did
majority of
co-op.
people did. And that was one of the features that everyone got so crabby about, I guess. And space combat, I think, was probably the runner-up for problems people had with this game. I mean, people had a lot of problems with this game. My main
I
question
didn't.
is... Yeah, I know you're a fan. My main question is, in general, not just for yourself,
Loved it, yeah.
too little, too late on this content. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Way too far, yes.
This is not Tom in the Sky with Diamonds. This is no.
The amount
This is-
amount of people I have sort of anecdotally seen talk about wanting to get back into No Man's Sky, and people asking, is it worth buying? Should I get stuck in? And the resounding answer, as far as I can see, is like, yes, just do
Tom's a
it.
mole.
Give it a go for people that didn't get in the first time. And I will say that I haven't played anything since. I think I played like 6 weeks worth of it when it first came out, and I haven't touched it since. But I see a lot of people saying this is a fantastic time to get back in. it's becoming more and more the game that they promised, and I doubt they are done.
Over a year later.
A year later, guys, we're getting there, I swear.
Meanwhile, you're playing Friday the 13th. That's janky as fuck.
Hella
and you
fun.
Can't even
Hella
get
fun.
That's fun.
Hella
I don't care.
fun.
I'm having
You know,
fun with
you
my
know the problem
friends.
with No Man's... Here's how much I didn't like No Man's Sky.
I had fun.
Pre-ordered it. I had a steelbook.
Me too.
I traded in my steelbook copy. Everyone
You don't
knows
trade
how
in
much I
steelbooks.
like steelbooks. It is the only steelbook game I have ever traded in. And easy platinum. No Man's Sky is easy platinum. Bit time consuming, but from everything, easy platinum. I could not be fucked. That game was so fucking boring to me. I would rather just stared at paint dry, I think. Fuck, it was boring. An empty galaxy. There's like nothing. It is the most boring game I've played in years.
Tell you what, there is absolutely no way in hell you could sit and watch paint dry. You're like,
Fucking watch me.
Oh, I think you could compared to...
I want like an hour vlog tomorrow of you having painted a wall and sitting watching it dry. You
I think
certainly
my mum would
cannot do
appreciate
that.
that. I could do it over finishing No Man's Skies. That's a lot longer of a...
One of the other problems I had with the Sentinel robots that were more antsy than QuickTime button people. Just like the people that complain about QuickTime events were those goddamn Sentinel robots. I'd be like, hey man, and they just attack you, and you're like, what?
Well, maybe you were on like a hostile planet.
Why?
My biggest thing with this update
What do you mean, why? I don't know why you were on a hostile planet.
Why?
Because there is like precious resources that they're there to protect. You've got to go and
I didn't care about no
be
resources.
super stealthy. Yeah, that's the whole point.
What's the point of, especially when they're like, oh, by the way, there is alien races, but
There
you
are
can't
alien races.
There are alien races, but you can't understand them until you find the words.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and then what you do is you do your like jetpack jump trick to make yourself move really, really fast, and you go to all of the purple squares and collect all of the language that you can, and you're away laughing. You can have fantastic conversations with them.
I was away laughing
to the fucking
after
store
I
when
turned
I
off.
turned it in.
As soon as I turned it off, I was like, "Yep, now I'm laughing."
No, I didn't get the platinum trophy, and I absolutely intend to go back and
You're banned.
play it. I'm a little worried that. So one comment that I saw today was, unless you're like super precious about your previous save, the best way to go about it is to start again with 1.3.
Why?
I imagine that twofold.
Please tell me it corrupts saves.
No, I don't. It doesn't corrupt saves, but I imagine there's like tutorials and that sort of stuff that I would have missed out from 1.1 and or 1.2. That it would be much easier just to start from scratch. But at the same time, I'm relatively willing to just jump in and YOLO it.
They could have picked anything to be at the middle of the universe.
I'm
I'm not spoiling it. I'm not spoiling it. But what's actually in the middle
fucking
could have
stupid.
been anything better. They could have picked anything. They picked the worst thing.
They amped it up so much too. I mean, it is
did.
bad. It is bad. They amped it up.
Tom, can you please,
the amount of
if you
interviews
ever
of
get there,
Sean
if you ever
Murray
get
just
there,
being like,
Tom, can you please record your reaction? Please, I beg you.
No, I don't have the bar set fucking in the middle of space or what.
No,
this is gonna
but
be.
just record it. You just
you
it
know
sounds
what I
like
want
if this
from
be
Hello
me going,
Games?
that'll
You know
be
what I want from Hello
I'm
Games?
okay with that. That's what I want to see.
Hello Games next game. I want
Joe
them to
Danger
stop
3.
I want Joe Danger 3 in VR. That is what I want. I want Joe Danger 3 VR. Tell me that's not the best idea.
And don't tell
that's
us
pretty
anything
good.
about it. Just put it out. Just be like, hey, here you go.
And stop making No Man's Sky content
Keep making it.
because
People are coming back. People are learning to love
Stop
it.
giving them
it
hope,
will get
Tom.
better
Stop.
and better as they continue to. They've
look,
got-
I don't hold it against him. I don't hold it against Sean Murray. I don't hold it against Hello
hold it a
Games.
bit against Sean
the game. Well, I mean, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have a bit of
it's Sean, yeah.
trepidity if he fucking like said anything, basically. However, I'm not gonna hold it against him forever. I liked their other games. I think No Man's Sky is like fucking terrible, and the majority of people do too. And I appreciate the effort, the attempts to fix their game, but I think they should just cut their losses. Honestly,
the tide is turning. Mark my words.
If I ever hear
over a year later, you can't turn the tide.
You can.
If I ever hear the words procedurally generated again in the trailer for a game, I'm not even. Nope. Okay, thanks. See you later.
There are plenty of games that you've probably played and not realised are procedurally generated.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
one of my
Don't tell
favorite
me about
games
it.
is one of my favorite games is procedurally generated.
Rogue
Don't tell
Legacy.
me about it.
Yeah, Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy is fantastic. Just don't tell me about it.
Hey, Ciaran, guess what?
What?
Rogue Legacy's procedurally generated levels.
Thanks. I know that one.
Go
I know
fuck
that
yourself.
one. Yeah, I know. Fuck you, Tom.
Okay,
Do you
so
like The Binding of Isaac?
I haven't played it actually. I've
Well,
watched it.
don't
but
because
I
they're
haven't
procedurally generated
played it.
levels.
Okay, I won't. Thanks, Tom.
That's all right.
No Man's Skies. Okay, so I appreciate all the effort they tried to put in and stuff like that.
I
But-
want to find. Sorry, I know you're trying to move on, but he went
Tom
on
does this,
he went on Stephen Colbert and
Really? Oh, yeah, he did, yeah,
Colbert like named a system or a planet or something, and I
Oh.
really want to find that. It's going to be like
Good luck.
It's going to be impossible, but it would be awesome given the whole quick travel and whatever else they're doing now. Maybe I would be able to find it because it's registered with a name of Colberium or something that I can search
I
that
really
into
don't
my
think
like
you will.
galactic computer and put enough whatever it was, Thamium or whatever into my ship and just booster the fuck over there. Yeah, I'd do that.
It just depends on which procedure they use to generate your universe.
Okay, so another news story this week about a game that was a lot better
You
than
can put
No
your
Man's
finger
Skies,
down
but
now.
but wasn't appreciated enough was Tales from the Borderlands. And the news story came out this week that really, really weird news story. I felt it was like one of those news stories you read and you're kind of like, what? Really? That was the inside thing? Because basically, Telltale Games think of Tales from the Borderlands as a failure. Like an utter failure. And even though it's probably one of their highest, if not their highest critically reviewed, or no, actually, Walking Dead Season 1 is probably still their highest critical thing. But it would be one of their highest critically reviewed things. And most fans love it. And it's probably the best series they've done in the last however many amount of years. But apparently the game sold like shit. And they consider it a loss. So we're probably never getting Season 2, which is funny. Now, I want to point out something else, is that everyone else thought that Fables Season 1 sold like shit. And that was the reason we weren't getting a Season 2 of Fables. However, they have since announced
Wolf Among Us.
Season 2... Wolf Among Us. I was just
You always call it
sorry.
Fables, and I always want to cry because I always get confused.
Well, it's the comic. Sorry, I just get... Yes. Wolf Among Us. But everyone thought that sold like crap, but they still announced Season 2, which they wouldn't just be doing for fan service, because they... if they did, they would be doing Telltale Season 2. So I'm highly surprised that Wolf Among Us sold better than Tales from the Borderlands, which is part of a property, Borderlands, which is one of the highest selling probably franchises, like new franchises that have come out since the PS3, Xbox 360 era. Like that franchise, hella popular. And even like toy-wise, it sells merchandise. It moves merchandise and games and stuff like this. And I was like, really? Claptrap, little Claptrap's going out door. And the other part of this news story that was interesting and odd was that apparently when they was making the game, Fiona and Reese were both being made as characters that could, with the intention of having them come into the actual main game series, like Borderlands 3, presumably, and having them be part of that, like after Season 2 or something of Tales from Borderlands. So, good job, guys, for not buying the right fucking games. You should have brought Tales from Borderlands instead of No Man's Skies, you fucks.
Do you think he's trying to mindfuck us? Do you think this developer, like the guy they've interviewed,
No.
do you think they're trying to mindfuck us and be like, to talk, because everybody's now talking about Tales of the Borderlands again. And so everybody's talking about this game, which you make to think that, and people who diehard love it, like myself and you, will now say, why the F haven't people bought this game?
Yeah.
And we'll bitch about it until people buy the game. Do you think they're trying to do that? Like,
No, I think it's too little too late.
It was
Like-
free on PS Plus not long ago either, and
that's
Yeah.
also a thing. Because
I hadn't played it.
I'm just going to wait till
What?
Borderlands 3 comes out. Yeah, I hate you, Tom. You need to go die in a hole.
You haven't played it.
So the-
Jack's currently playing through it
My
on
issue,
twitch.tv/Explosion Network.
I have to be in a particular mood to sit down and play one of those games. Even, like, I sat
Just
down
do
to
it
play
like a
Life
TV
is
show.
Strange a couple of weeks ago, and I did episode 1 and then I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not in the mood, even though I know it's like
You
relatively
treat it like a
easy.
TV show.
That's what I intend to do, but I have to be in the right mood to sit down and watch a TV show as well, and not be like playing and. I don't want to say an actual game because that's
You can't play your Vita while you're watching a Telltale game.
Yeah, I can't play Vita and Telltale game at the same time. It just
You
doesn't
miss
work.
too many button prompts. You miss too many talks.
I miss all the dialogue options. Yeah, but even though I know it's like easy trophies and all that sort of stuff, I just have to want to do it.
Well, I
And it's very
highly
hard for me to
suggest
want.
if I really, really love Life is Strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really pumped for the prequel series. I'm more pumped for season 2, actually. Fucking love that series.
Mm-hmm.
However, for you, Tales from the Borderlands,
Is-
it is
oh
the
my
ultimate
goodness. Just
Rick rollicking adventure with a fantastic soundtrack, crazy characters. There's something that happens in like, what was it, episode 3 or 4? That's like what was honest. It is still to this day, whenever I see a video of it pop up on YouTube, I just watch it because it is one of the funniest game scenes I've ever had happen in years. And there's not many games. It's a genre that game developers haven't really figured out how to do or get right. If you go like, what games have made you literally laugh out loud? Like a lot.
Borderlands.
I'm like Tales from Borderlands,
South Park.
in the last like couple years. 2 games, right? There's not many. Tales from Borderlands made me laugh way more than South Park did.
It's just one of those. It's one of those games you play through it and you literally go, "Oh, this is going here. Well, okay, sure. Let's
It's crazy.
strap in and go."
It's just crazy fun, like, and yeah, it is like in that comedy genre, which I think like there's not many games that are actually funny. They try to be funny. A lot of games try to be funny, but they're not.
I don't know if I remember like laughing out loud at Borderlands 2 all that much, and
I never laughed in the. I never laughed out
I
loud
loved
in any of the
Borderlands 2. Just Tiny Tina just made me laugh the whole.
I
way
never
through.
laughed. I haven't played Borderlands 2 as a BT dubs. I've
You
only played
okay?
first
That's on
Borderlands.
a, okay.
was-
That's now on the list. We're playing that together.
It was free on PS Plus at one point.
Yeah. I want to play it, and I really wanted to play the pre-sequel as well. It's just like it was like when that was coming out, it was like I could spend 60 hours in this or finish these other 2 games. But
I'll play
I
that
never
with you as
laughed.
well.
I never
There's
laughed
like 4 of
in
us that want to
the-
play it now. So
Yeah, I don't have my PS3 save anymore, so I'll be starting from scratch, but that's fine.
just
I
go.
just got PS3.
Are you just? Are we talking about the Handsome Jack collection here? Or are we talking about going back on PS3?
No, we should play the Handsome Jack collection.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that's cheap somewhere by now. I'd
Thank
fucking
you.
pay $40
Yeah, that would-
for the Handsome Jack collection.
That would be
makes
cheap
more
now,
sense.
and it's worth it.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Go back to PS3. But no. Yeah, viewers,
Diablo on
listeners,
PS3, there's nothing
whoever
wrong
the
with that.
fuck, Tom, all of yous, play Tales from Borderlands. I know it's too little too late on that. I don't think we're not going to get season 2. However,
Wait till Borderlands 3 comes out. The hype
Just-
will be back.
that is true. That is a good point to make. However, everyone should just play it because, as I've been mentioning, it is hilarious as all fuck.
Both
The
games you
Hands-
mentioned, Tom, both have
Hands-
fantastic soundtracks.
Which ones?
Fantastic. Both Life is Strange and Tales.
Tales from
Ah,
Borderlands
okay,
have
okay.
They're both
great
amazing.
soundtracks.
Uh, The Handsome Collection is 110 New Zealand dollars at the moment on PlayStation
On the store.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about you could probably find it in a store
EB
somewhere
Games.
a lot cheaper than that. EB Games or something.
GB
All right, let's move on to favourite segment of the week. Let's talk about some trophies. There's a lot of trophies to talk about.
Woo!
I'm sure Tom would like to talk about some trophies. He hasn't been on the show since episode 14. Hashtag every trophy counts. Now, I want to start by talking about my stream today. I started playing... I played Diggs Nightcrawler today on stream. Twitch.tv/Explosion
what?
Network. Diggs Nightcrawler. It is a Wonderbook game. I believe I
Wonderbook.
mentioned Wonderbook.
Das
I believe I
Wonderbook.
mentioned at some point on one of these podcasts I was going to play Wonderbook games on stream.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
doing it. It is not as easy as trophies as I originally thought.
'Cause you have to deal with the Wonderbook.
Some of them are you have to deal with the Wonderbook, which makes some of the trophies kind of hard. However, I'm going to put a call out. If any listeners out there have copies of Book of Potions or Walking with Dinosaurs for the Wonderbook, hit me up on Twitter at Viva La Deal. I would like to get these games off you because I'd like to platinum every Wonderbook game. They only made 4 Wonderbook games. I want the platinums for all. Please help me. Okay.
I
You're a
tuned into
terrible
your stream
person.
earlier today. I had no idea what was going on. It was so random. You were shining lights on sheep, and you were going, "Why is this going for so long?" Just
Wonder Book's great. Okay, so I want to shout out another game I played yesterday. I brought a couple VR games off the sale that's on the Australian PSN store at the moment, and I brought Pixel Gear, which is a tower defense game in VR. The trophies are easy as fuck. I already have 77%, and I probably need to sit down for another hour before I have the platinum. It's probably not worth the full price. However, I think it's 60 or 70% off at the moment or something ridiculous. So if you want to snatch that up, as for A, easy trophies, and B, just because it's actually kind of fun in VR. You defend a bunch of waves, you use one move control, you shoot a gun, end of it wave, you can buy different guns and stuff like that. You fight a boss at the end of it. There's only 3 levels. It'll take you an hour or less to finish the game. And then the rest of the trophies are basically kill X amount of enemies and you'll just be replaying. Or beat the level without dying, which isn't as hard as it sounds because I've already done the first level and you just play through the game on easy. Another one.
I can't see Pixel Gear on the PlayStation Store.
I think it's one word or something.
I know because I've got your trophy list up.
Oh.
I can see what you've achieved.
New Zealanders don't have it. Okay. Also, shout out to Hellblade this week. I didn't want to talk about. I haven't finished Hellblade yet, so I didn't want to spend much time talking about it.
I haven't started it yet either.
Have you had your save deleted yet?
No. But that game, probably game of the year contender. But I'll save my full consensus on that until I finish it, but I'm about halfway through it. No, it's one of my favorite games of the year so far, and it is an easy platinum. There's only one trophy that's missable, which is a collectibles one. I'm trying to find them all. If I miss some, then I think I can just start a new game and clean up, but I've started looking really, really hard from where I'm up to now, so I try and don't miss any because I found out that's the only trophy that's missable. The rest of the trophies you'll just get by playing through the game.
There's no chapter select either. To go back.
But the game is really short. I'm tempted to use a collectible guide, however, I just don't want to spoil my experience. I know I'm a big trophy whore, and we talk about trophies a lot on the podcast. However, I won't.
Doesn't sound
familiar. If it's a game that I actually want to play. I'm not just playing the game for trophies. I won't spoil the game or the story or
I feel you.
Anything like that to just to get trophies. Or
That's like what I did with The Witcher in my first playthrough. I went. This is just a game that I want to play. I didn't even look at the trophy list. I knew absolutely nothing about it. I was just I want to get balls deep in this world.
You fucked up the one trophy I did as well, didn't you? With the
woodland creature.
The woodland creature. I just made the decision that my Geralt would, and I missed a trophy. So
the worst part about that is I didn't even make that decision. I just accidentally came upon that spot. I was trying to do the other option. And I came upon that spot because it was either kill the spirit,
it was either,
or
you have to go,
satiate the spirit by killing some wolves or whatever. Or it wouldn't be wolves because it spawns wolves, but it was killing birds or something like that. And I accidentally fell upon the kill the birds spot or whatever, and I was like, fuck. But I let it slide. Because I didn't know it was to do with the trophy anyway until after I finished the game.
I wasn't paying attention either. But that is another example of it was when I found out I fucked up trophy, I was like, oh, that's a bit annoying, but I was like, here's what it is.
The Uncharted games as well. I played them.
I don't follow them with collectible guides because I don't want to.
No,
they also have terrible fucking trophy lists.
They do have.
That's a thing. I played through that for. I played through those for the story. Yeah. As opposed
you don't
to
want to be looking away. You don't want to be looking away from the screen in an Uncharted game to look at a guide. You're running along the train. It's pause. Where's the next collectible? No, fuck that. That is people like to draw the line of at what stage is too bad when you're achievements or trophies or something like that. I'm if you're doing that in games like Uncharted from the get go, then that's where I'm you're on a different level to me, and you're on a level I don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy for my 4 Uncharted games to sort of be sitting in the
mine are 20%
low
teens
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even fucking care. And the last shout out I wanted to give, because I've done a bit of trophy hunting this week, it seems, is shout out to Energy Cycle, which is $11. It's $11 for you can buy it on the Vita and the PS4. You have to buy it twice. One copy is more expensive than the
20
other for some fucking reason. It's like $5.10 and $5.20 or fucking something like that. So it's around $11.
20 cents
Vita,
difference in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the
so
fuck are you up
stupid. It'll take you somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes to get the platinum in each one.
to? Between 16 minutes and 16 seconds and 21 minutes, 21 seconds.
Yeah, it is very short. I was listening to a podcast. I got 2 platinums. It was a great night.
Did you follow a guide for that? Or did
I
you
sure
just...
did. Because I didn't understand how to play the fucking game anyway.
Oh, you're a terrible person.
Yeah,
You
but
know-
this is the line. I brought this game. I paid $11 to get platinums.
Yeah, fair enough.
I will admit it. It's fine.
I'm kind of tempted, but at the same time, I have sort of an ongoing...
It'll never be on sale.
No, it won't. I've got like the ongoing trophy war that I don't want to be seen to be just taking cheap shots like that.
Fuck it. These fucking Americans get so many my names, mayos, and whatever the fuck else. I saw Australian store actually had finally some easy platinums. I was like, I'm all over this shit. Give it to me.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I will.
Take my money.
I will do it if Jono does it.
He's not going to do it.
Jono's not going to spend $11 for platinums.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I am not going to. Otherwise, the playing field is not particularly level.
Oh, fair enough. Well, just put them on the wish list for after, unless they pull them off the store.
Jono and Tom are on their high horses, and freaking Dylan sat in the dirt with
Zero
his Wonder
fucks
Book.
given.
Dylan sat in the on the dirt with his Wonder Book.
I'm not on my high horse at all. I'm just conscious of
Your moral high horse.
At Viva La Deal, slide into my DMs. Walking with Dinosaurs, Book of Potions. Thank you.
Jono trying to beat me on trophies, which it's not going well for him.
Is that what you're looking at right now?
I look at it far more
Every
often
day.
than I'd like to admit.
Okay, so I want to give out. Let's talk about. I'm on PSN profiles over here myself, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at actually trophy lists, not
Crazy kids.
fucking people's
Crazy
things.
fucking
So
kids.
Sonic Mania's trophies are up. They're fucking atrocious. I don't know who's in charge of this shit. 15 bronze, 3 silver. I'm not playing this fucking game.
Now,
Wah, wah, wah.
I didn't want to touch it to begin with, and that is.
I
just
kind of
like,
did.
Nah.
And I saw someone on the Kind of Funny Facebook group the other day was like, well, fuck it, I'll just get it on my Switch then. I was like, you know what? Not a bad idea, I guess. Like, if I'm only getting 15 fucking bronze, which I won't even 100% it probably because I couldn't be bothered trying to 100% of Sonic game. But that's not the point. It's the fucking... My Name's Mayo gets a platinum. Sonic Mania gets 15 bronze.
Energy Cycle
this is
gets
the problem.
2
Energy Cycle
platinums.
gets 2 platinums. This is the problem. Like, I'm happy to take your shitty, easy platinums if you put them in front of my fucking... My nose is just... It's fucking cocaine up in this bitch. However, I still think it's ridiculous. Energy Cycle should not have 2 easy platinums. I'm taking them anyway. But it's not my fault you put them there.
Was the game so easy that you remembered the solution for the second playthrough?
No,
Or did you follow the guide
I
both
followed a
times?
guide, levels 1 to 28, scrolled down the PS3trophies.org guide, and then scrolled back up to the top and started on my Vita.
I love how proud you are of that fact as well.
I finished it, I downloaded on my Vita, and I was off to go. And it was a fucking great night.
It's got to be
mate. I'll
about
tell
8
you what.
megabytes or something, is it?
It's like, yeah, if that, I don't know. It fucking looks it's like a 1 out of 10 game, if that.
Ladies and gentlemen of our audience, please remember while you were out being social Saturday night, Dylan was sat there with his Vita and his PlayStation getting platinums.
I'm not ashamed at all, so you can't shame me if I'm not ashamed. All right, another trophy let's talk about. True Long is a game that popped. Now I look,
What?
it attracted me because it had this cool little art style.
Oh,
of
it
like
does too, yep.
houses and stuff like that. Clicked on it, I was like, cool. Saw 1 platinum, 9 gold, 6 silver. I said that's very interesting, and then I googled it. Or actually, I went onto the Steam store. I went onto Steam because it's already out on Steam, and I
PC
looked at
Master
it,
Race.
and I was like, huh, this gameplay looks kind of cool. I'm interested simply off the art style. You're attracting me even more with silvers and golds in your trophy list. And I look in the Steam reviews, and one of the negative reviews was like, took me 3 hours to beat it, easy as fuck game. I went, Mr. Steam reviewer, your negative review sounds like a plus to me because Took
Sounds
me
like
3
I'm
hours to
getting
beat
another
it.
platinum trophy.
It says there's a trophy here for beating the game in under 5 hours. Mr. Steam Reviewer told me he beat it in 3. There's other trophies for like doing stuff. I'm like, well, if it's easy, that guy did it in less than 3 hours. This looks like an easy platinum, and I'm intrigued by the game anyway. Fucking colour me purple and call me the son of a bitch. I'm down for this game, everybody. And unless it's like $50, at which point I'll wait for it to be on sale. I'll add it to my wish list on my PlayStation Store. I can only access when I'm on the web browser.
Do you want to add that to the new UI if there's a new UI?
Let's fucking add wish lists to the actual console, Sony. How about that? That'd be a fucking fantastic idea. Another interesting list that prop. There's a lot of interesting lists. Sometimes I will go to record the show and like, there's no interesting trophy list this week, so there's not much to talk about. However, I knew that a lot popped this week, which is good because Tom's here, and sometimes I'm on the show for people who give zero fucks about anything. Paranormal Activity, you're allowed. Paranormal Activity, the Lost Souls trophy lists are up. Now, I was already going to get this game because I'm a horror fan, of course, and horror games in VR or anything that interests me. 1 platinum, 11 gold. I was already down for this game, guys. I'm fucking down 10 times over.
11 gold?
Yeah. No silver, no bronze. Just 1 platinum and 11
trophies.
gold.
Look, there's a couple random ones. Like, I don't know if these are secret trophies, but I give zero fucks. It's like throw the football, okay, gold. And then you got stuff like read every ladder, found every battery, which are like secrets, I suppose. And then there's the only one that might be hard, because the other trophies are like random shit that a guide could help you find, is you finish the game in hardcore mode. Now, what exactly hardcore mode is, I don't know. If it's like a one kill death or like something, I don't know. If it's just means
Could be
you
like
die
Dabbler
quicker,
hardcore.
let's fucking hope not. But I mean, it's a horror game. Hardcore modes in horror games usually mean like you get less batteries for like your light or something like that. Not the end of the world. However, I'm already highly intrigued by this game. I watched the trailer for it like a week or 2 ago, and I was like, "Hey Nick, you need to get this because we should get this game to talk about it on the show or something like that."
Complete the game without dying, though.
Yeah, I mean, that just kind of depends on the game. Like if you can use a walkthrough,
and that's true, and a secret ending.
Yeah, stuff like that. So either way, I'm getting it.
How do you read a walkthrough while you've got the VR headset?
You take the headset on and off a lot. Yeah,
that would be annoying.
No, I tried to do it for as a side note story. I tried to do it. I need to go back and get the trophies in the Batman VR experience, whatever it's called. I don't remember what the game's called.
Arkham VR.
Arkham VR. Thank you. Arkham VR has a bunch of. I didn't know. I can't remember. Arkham VR has a bunch of trophies I could go back and get, and I want to because like my percentage is like 30 something, and it's like that's like way too low. I need to get that above
50.
However, at the time, I wanted to use. I tried using a guide to find all the collectibles and stuff, and I took the headset on and off a couple times. And this is early VR days when my body wasn't so used to it, and I was just making myself feel sick, like taking it in and out, in and out. My body's a lot more used to VR now, and it's not making me feel really fucking nauseous pulling the headset on and off all the time. The last trophy list I want to talk about this week is one that doesn't have the most attractive numbers. It's got 16 bronze, 5 silver, 7 gold, 1 platinum. It is Special Delivery, which is a game about delivering papers. But
And it's terrible, I am told.
I want to play it nonetheless, because I don't know if you have heard me. It is a game about delivering papers. The trophy list, not that great, but
It's
it's
just
very straightforward.
deliver papers.
It is throw 200, throw to 750, throw 1,500 units, break X amount of gnomes, get killed by X amount of dogs, break X amount of hydrants, knock Granny over 100 times, get hit by a car X amount of times, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's all crash this amount of times, collect 100 paper. So basically just play the game enough, get a bunch of trophies. And I want to play it anyway, because it looks fucking... It's only on PS4, and by fuck, I wish it was a Vita game. Because I would sit there watching TV shows.
Every game's a Vita game. You just remote play it.
This is true. I
Not
might
in
actually.
VR
I
yet,
might have to remote play this game.
I don't. This
because-
isn't a VR game, Tom.
Isn't it?
No,
I'm
no,
pretty
no.
sure it is.
No, I don't think it is. I mean, if it is, I don't care. I just want to play it on my Vita, which means I might remote play it because it's. If I could just play like a side-scrolling or whatever the fuck, delivering papers game, I'll quite happily sit there and watch some Netflix, deliver some fucking papers, pop some trophies. I'll deliver my 1,000 papers. I'll be a good young school boy. Now, Tom,
Netflix
didn't-
and chill with your VR.
You missed one that I'm interested in.
I was about to say, you being on the show,
Hold the door.
the last thing I
Hold the
wrote down
door.
on my show notes was Tom is here. What the fuck has he got for the end of the show?
So it's just a genuinely interesting looking trophy list that you didn't mention. I'm disappointed. Have you looked at Tokyo 42 at all?
I did, but I was really confused about what the game actually was.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think the art style is fucking awesome. It seems
Yeah.
like isometric GTA or something like that, and I'm really keen to give it a go. Assuming it reviews all right. The trophies look pretty reasonable, like 3 gold trophies for finishing the story, and it can't be that difficult. There are only 3 acts, and then just a bunch of complete missions, find collectibles, which could be really fun in this like futuristic Tokyo jungle-looking place.
Yeah, I saw the art style's the reason I was looking at it before, but
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I didn't get the GTA vibe. If that's what it is, I'm fucking down. Yes.
Like watch it.
Top-down
I watched
GTA
the
game.
video in the PlayStation Store, and it seemed kind of like not as open world, but distinctly, like isometric kind of. You get guns and you get the police coming after you for shooting things. And obviously missions to do. Special Delivery is definitely a PSVR game.
Is it?
Yep.
It didn't say VR on the thing. I still don't know if I want to play it in VR, but
He'll still remote play it. He'll just strap the Vita
I just
to his
remote
head.
play it.
What else can I talk about? Sly Cooper.
Yep.
I
Have
finished.
you been playing that, Tom?
I've platinumed Sly 1, 2, and 3 in the last 6 weeks, and I'm making my way toward, very soon I will be starting Sly 4 for the double platinum there. And one thing that I've only admitted to myself so far that I will open up to just you, Dylan, and Ciaran, is that I have only played games that I know I can like pull out of their position and put on top of Sly again. So, and I intentionally only have 10 out of 11 trophies on Overcooked, so I can go in and pull that out so that I'll have Sly 1, 2, 3, and 4 all sitting together.
It's funny because I've done shit like this before where I've gone like on a trophy rampage. Like I usually do it towards the end of the year, which makes sense because I'm kind of doing it at the moment where I'm just like, I just want to hunt for some trophies.
Yeah.
But I've done it before where it's like, oh, I might play some of this game. Nah, I'm not touching that because I won't get many trophies. I'm just going to fuck it. And I've just done a thing where it's like, I only played games so I can make sure that it's like, oh, I've got like 10 platinums in a row here or like something like that.
Yeah, you got to get a check. I just think it's gonna make for a great screenshot and sharing in the Facebook group to be like, yo, I got lots of platinums and the Sly Cooper games are really fun and I think they hold up, and maybe at some point I'll go through and play 1, 2, and 3 on PS3 as well, because I played them exclusively on my Vita and they are separate trophy lists.
Also, just if you wanna get a real life moment in time of Tom's Sly Cooper playing, check out VODs from Saturday. Every now and then in the background, you'll hear, piss.
Shit. Yeah, no,
As he keeps fucking up some boss fight, he's trying to try.
At that point, I was playing. So Sly 3 does something a little bit different. You finish the episode, and then there are challenges to replay boss fights or different sections with half the health, or do it within a time limit or something like that. Yeah, and there were a few bosses that gave me some real grief on Saturday. So I was up until 3 a.m. I got the platinum trophy. I went to bed and regretted it the following day.
Really?
I started Marvel Heroes Omega as well. Have you
it's
guys,
alright,
have you guys
It's
touched
really
that at
good.
all?
Yeah, we've played some of that.
Oh, yeah.
Streamed it at one point. We should play. It's pretty fun. It's
Did you buy a character?
No.
No. Did you buy a character?
Noobs. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You already brought a character?
So Scott and I were playing, and I started
How
this-
long did you take until you brought a character?
I hit level 10 and I hit level 10, immediately
get
went
one
into
free
the
unlock.
roster and purchased enough coins to buy the character.
But you get one free unlock.
Nah.
Like when I hit level 10 with my first character, I just unlocked them for free.
Nah.
Really? Is
don't
it out
think
of
so.
beta now?
I don't know.
All right, well, maybe that was a beta-only feature or
I'm
something.
fairly certain that there might be a particular character or something, but
Important question.
I'm pretty sure that I didn't have enough
Who
like
did you
energy shards or whatever. Blade.
You bought Blight?
Yep. I'm
I
playing
like
as
the way
Blade.
you said that like it was the most obvious answer ever.
Duh. Of course I Of course, when I figured out that Blade was in this game, I wanted to be like hunting vampires, even though they don't really seem to exist in the game. But I talk about the vampires all the time. And Scott is what's the? He has playing cards. Starts with a G.
Gambit?
Gambit. Yeah. Scott
That's
is,
playing card starts with G.
Storms on the G. Are you?
I,
Continue.
Yeah, Scott's playing as Gambit. That's it. As far as I got. I think we finished episode.
I think I've only done like
finished
3.
episode 1.
I think I've only done like the first 3 levels or whatever. I should go back and do it. I mean, I like games like that. It's just more fun playing with people, so I don't really like playing.
Of course,
by
Tom
myself.
would like it. It's just Diablo with a freaking superhero skin on
I was
it.
about to say the issue is I am trying reasonably hard, but not super hard, and this is the first time again that I'm admitting this to somebody else. I am aiming to get the Diablo
What's a first
3
this week?
Platinums on PS3 and PS4.
Oh my
What
God,
the fuck is
what?
wrong with you?
Are you
I'm
crazy?
I'm really not that far from getting either of them.
Why do you have so far on both?
Why? Yeah,
Well,
why? You
so
just
I was playing
finish
on
one?
I was playing on PS4, and it's great fun. And Scott and I would play it on PS4, and it got to the point. Well, so when I played it on PS3, I think I had like 2 trophies, and one was defeat the Skeleton King, and one was defeat Diablo, because I had just like couch co-op joined my old flatmate playing and just sort of pissed around a bit while he was going and really didn't pay attention, and it properly fucked me off that I
miss
had like
those two?
zero trophies.
How do you miss those?
Oh, no,
they're
they're-
the first
no.
boss and the last boss.
They're the only 2 that I had, because that's the amount that I had played with him.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
you missed those two. I was like, what?
Yeah, so
your
there
trophies
was like
glitched.
the whole game to play, basically, and I'm enjoying it so much. I was like, yeah, I can put a podcast on and play this. So I'm on my 4th playthrough, which is required for the like Inferno or Hell or whatever it is, for the last set of difficulty trophies, and then half a playthrough on hardcore, and then just collect a whole bunch of gold, and I'm there. But I have to get this out. I haven't been here for weeks.
I know. I gave you a whole segment. It's fine. Keep going.
This has been 8 weeks worth of building up inside of me.
Keep going.
Sure as shit,
Keep
I don't.
going, it's
I don't
fine.
tell Claire. Yeah, so
Show shit. Don't tell Claire.
I have saved on the PS3. I have saved the trophy that is purchase one of every type of armor from a merchant, and on the PS4 I have saved enchant something in every item slot, so that I definitely can't get those trophies unless I try. And then when I'm ready with all the other trophies, I can just go PS3, ding 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 ding, done. Last bronze trophy, platinum. And then on PS4 I can just be like ding 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 ding, last bronze trophy, platinum.
I want that
And then it's
sound
gonna
clip
be-
taken out, please.
Like a Donald Trump sort of bing bong ding. Yeah, yeah. And then I've got Diablo 3 on PS3 and PS4. And then it's going to be a question for a later episode: is what is the longest period of time like on your between starting and then finishing a game? Because that's going to be like 5 years or 6 years or something at that point. It's going to show on PSN profiles. Time to complete 6 years, 7 months, and 32 days or something.
Days and something.
That would be 8 months and 1 day or 2 days, but that's
God.
I will exhale,
Yeah, you good?
and yeah, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm
Okay,
good.
over the reins.
very good. I had one more thing to shout out while he was dribbling on. I opened up, I refreshed and saw this Observer game, which I quickly googled because I don't even know what the fuck this is. It's a game from the people who made Layers of Fear, their next game.
Nope.
It is a cyberpunk horror game. I'm looking at screenshots of it, going, this looks fucking cool. If you like the idea of like cyberpunk, like Ghost in the Shell type looking,
Didn't watch it.
Blade Runner type looking.
Didn't watch it.
Shit happening with like, there's a woman here like in a machine that looks like a VR headset. It looks kind of creepy as fuck, and I'm 100% down for checking this out. The trophies don't look all that interesting, but I want to check this game out. I never knew it was a thing. It has cool looking art. So shout out to Observer, which I only just learned about. It comes out in 2 days, apparently. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this week's episode of Platinum Explosion, also known as the special Tom Welcome Back. Let me yap shit for the last 20 minutes about Diablo.
It felt good.
Tom, where can the people follow you?
You can find me on the PSN, TomDaBomb89, TomDabom89, and you can find me everywhere else with that too.
Yeah, and you
Except
can follow
Snapchat.
People can follow you on PSN soon.
Maybe. If the leak is correct.
If the leak is correct, that is true.
Hey,
Ciaran,
if I have one person follow me, that'll be like life goal achieved sort of thing. I don't know why anybody would want to. You'd probably just add me as a friend at this point.
Ciaran, where can people find you?
They can find me at your boy Ringo and just tweet at me and tell me I'm right, that the Xbox dashboard is a better UI. But also find me hanging out at twitch.tv/Explosion Network, where I spend way too much time on that goddamn channel. I need a social life.
If you want to watch our affiliation stream, if you missed the affiliation stream...
celebration.
The VOD of that will be available by the time this episode goes up, probably. So head on to bit.ly/Explosion Network.
Also, Bloodborne's a fantastic game. It's a hidden gem more people should play.
I don't think it's a hidden gem at all.
I don't think it's a hidden gem at all. No, you're not correct at all. You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, Vivaladil. And if you have those wonderful games, slide into my DMs. Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone for being here. Plat, plat!
This August on the Explosion Network. If you want more of this good stuff, check us out every week on podcast services and YouTube. Pleasure Explosion, the original Explosion pod, goes up every Monday. Our PlayStation podcast, Platinum Explosion, hits on Tuesdays. And we get into some sports discussion with grandstand gurus each and every Thursday. Make sure to keep up with explosionnetwork.com for all the latest content, including weekly stream schedules, reviews and reacts, plus our Game of Thrones reaction show, South of King's Landing. Plat plat.
Hey Dylan, did you think Tom knows that this podcast is listened to by like people other than us? And he kept telling secrets?
I'm not sure if he's really aware that it's listened to by...
That was part of the joke.
Oh, sorry.
Plat, everybody.